With crossbow?
Are you a fan of Alex Volkanovski?
Yep.
Big fan?
Yep.
I am as well. You and him got something in common.
Yep. Oh, Jesus. It's loud. My headphones are loud.
Yeah, I don't know why that was so loud.
Jeez Louise.
There we go.
Alex! The Great!
What's happening? Is that working? We good?
Alex.
Yep, we got you.
I just got a crossbow today.
Oh, what?
This is it. I just got this today. What do you
Nice.
think? What do you think, dude?
Mate, I don't mind my hunting. That looks sick. We're not allowed to use them here in Australia. Are you allowed to use them?
I don't know how to use it yet.
Wait, crossbows are banned in Australia?
Crossbows are. We're allowed bow and arrows, not crossbows.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know if this is legal in New York. I got it on Amazon Prime.
I'll be honest, though, I have had one. My mate has had one before. But, yeah, they're not actually legal.
Well, Alex Volkanovski, welcome to Menace and the Man, Stan the Man, Dennis the Menace Bermudez, and now we're joined by the featherweight champion, Alex Volkanovski.
Yes, sir.
What's happening?
Welcome,
How
my
are
brother.
you?
Big
Pretty
fans
good.
here. He's friends with the Hickman brothers, so he's been talking about you, and we've heard about you for years before you were
I've
the
watched
champion.
a couple of the shows.
Oh, really?
Yes, so I have seen. I've seen Dennis. He's been saying that I was going to get the last couple of wins. So
Okay.
good stuff.
I like that. Yeah, like, you know what it is? He's always told me that if the Hickman brothers vouch for somebody, they're legit.
Yeah.
And they've been
Yeah.
talking about you for years. So it's like, all right, he's probably going to win this next fight.
Who do you like better, George or Frank?
I like them both. See, look, I'm always sitting on the fence. I'm always they're both all right.
They got this.
They're both. It's funny because when I first met both of them, they're like, well, it's hard to explain. So they've got a sense of humor that's sometimes very hard to take. So at the start, I thought they didn't like me, but that's just how they are. But now I'm used to their sense of humor, so I get along with them both really well.
Yeah, they're like pretty mean, and they
Yes.
it's almost like they look down on you, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? But they're very easy to like. I don't know. There's something about like you want to be like on their team, like right, Frank, right, George. But like in your head, like I'll smash them both. Why do I need their?
Well, now, what's your thing with them? You went to college?
I
The same-
wrestled with George at Bloomsburg University,
Oh,
and
okay.
Frank was always coming around. But man, they're the same kind of guys, you know what I mean? They're like fucking scrappers, go, you know? So me and George would fucking butt heads because it's like, I'm not gonna quit. So it'd be back and forth fucking, you know, some days I'd have a good day, some days he'd have a good day. And it got
Yeah, man.
got a little wild.
He still gets into it, actually. George is sort of just with the coaching route now. But every now and then he'll chuck the wrestling boots on and get stuck into it with some of the guys that are still, UFC fighters and whatnot, and he still goes all right. He's still got it.
Holds his own.
Someone who just sits on the couch drinking beer all the time.
And now, how often are you in Thailand? Because you're from Australia.
Australia. So I'm from Australia, but yeah, I've been doing Tiger Muay Thai since 2014. So I was there for the Tiger Muay Thai tryouts. So I was actually in the 2014 Tiger Muay Thai tryouts, and I got one of the scholarships. So I've been back and forth there ever since.
Yeah, so something we've talked about here on the show before. What's your nationality? Like, your nationality is obviously Australian. What's your makeup? Are you Russian?
My dad's Macedonian. That's where the Volkanovski is, and my mum's Greek.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
we thought
so,
we were like, we didn't even know if you spoke English, and then we realized you were from Australia. You got like one of those names.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of people think I'm Russian. Actually, I think I just shared something on my Instagram. I had Russian writing, but I mean, it was a cool video, so I shared it. But I think supposedly someone goes, "Oh, they think you're Russian." So someone told me that I must speak Russian, being like, telling me, "Oh, they think you're Russian." That's what I read. I just shared it because it was a good video. But supposedly they think I'm Russian. So a lot of people think I'm Russian.
You probably have a huge Russian fan base of people that are just
That's
thinking,
good.
yeah, 100%.
I'll run with that. So let it be.
Alex, how old are you again?
I'm 31.
Right. Because
31.
I was already having a pretty good run. Because Stan asked if I knew who you were. I'm like, of course I know who he is, you know. But me and you were on maybe a same card or we were obviously at the same fight, and like I was walking, I saw you had knocked some people out, and I passed you, and I was like, I don't want to fight that guy. He's like shorter than me. I don't know how to fight people shorter than me. I don't know what would I do. You know, I remember that with wrestling. If someone was shorter than me, I was like, what the fuck? I don't know how to wrestle people shorter than me. This is gonna be. I don't know how to do this. You know.
Mate, it's true. Wrestling people shorter, or even war work. They've got such a good center of gravity. It makes things hard sometimes. I'm used to taller guys. That's why a lot of people always tell me, "Oh, what are you going to do the range?" And I'm like, "Mate, I've been fighting people with longer range than me for years. That ain't a problem. That's all I'm used to.
Yeah,
even rugby league, I was always versing the bigger boys. So even Chad Mendes, when I fought Chad Mendes, obviously him being, we were about the same height, I think. But you know, it was good because for some of my height, my reach is actually pretty good. So I don't mind it. I don't mind the smaller guys when it comes to MMA. Wrestling, I rather wrestle taller guys.
Yeah, Menace is about to challenge Chad Mendes to a crossbow off.
Well, no, I need to get I need to get a hold of that fucker. Just because, one, we want to get him on the show. And then, two, I want to fucking... Hey, man, I just got this fucking bow and arrow gun. How do I fucking kill things with it?
How do I even work this thing? Yeah.
Stan's high there, up there on my radar.
Me?
Yeah.
To what? Shoot me?
Yeah. Well, no, we'll put an apple on your head.
No chance.
Come on, man.
No chance. No chance.
Stan, you don't trust
You're
me?
bugging. You're bugging.
You don't trust me, dude?
Not that well.
Dude.
Until I see you hit like 10 bullseyes in a row, then maybe. Wow. But even then.
I just got to give you like 9 Great South Bay Brewery beers.
Oh, I don't know about that.
19.
No chance. Would you ever do that, Alex? Let someone shoot an apple off your head with a crossbow?
Not a chance.
Yeah.
So what if he was a pro?
Maybe when I was younger. I was pretty wild. I'd done whatever. But now that I'm a daddy, and now that with the whole fighting thing, now I'm too scared of getting injured. I don't do nothing. I'm a little pussy now.
Yeah.
So you're a father. How many kids you got?
I've got 2 girls.
Okay.
So I'm a house full of girls. So.
What about your dog? Is your dog a boy?
Hey.
Is your dog a boy?
My dog, yes, he is. Boston. He's a little French bulldog.
Yeah, I saw that little sucker.
You got a little boss.
Yeah, I've seen the post. I've seen that you had a few girls. I wasn't sure exactly how many, but yeah. No kids for me. Menace got 2 little boys, so it's part of life, I guess, for some people, not me.
All right, yeah.
Well,
so what I noticed...
Stan says...
Oh, sorry?
No, Stan says he doesn't want kids. He just can't find anyone to mate with.
No, come on now. I've almost been trapped a time or 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right,
I love it.
What were you saying, Big Dog?
I was just saying I noticed the setup's a bit different. Is that because of what's happening? You're setting up at home, or...?
We've always been a traveling show a little bit, but then right now we're usually at G Fuel headquarters. They were going through some renovations. They are basically blowing up, so they had to take over our studio space, turn it into offices.
All right.
So now we're like waiting to hear back from them when we could possibly go back, or maybe we'll build our own studio somewhere else. We're in the...
Okay, yeah.
And then this thing happened, so now we're,
Yeah.
I know we should be 6 feet away, but you know how it is.
That's all right. Yeah. Well, we got different rules. I know one of our rules over here, supposedly, if you work with people, you got your bubble of a couple of people you work with. I think it's only one person, but if there's someone you work with, you're all right to do everything. Or like obviously your family, that's your bubble, you're allowed. That's our rules right now, but I think every day something's changing.
Yeah.
Every day. I'm doing all my workouts here at home and just doing what we can in these crazy situations.
Yeah. How is the hand injury? I know you had the broken hand after the Max fight.
Yeah, it's good now. It's crazy. So, again, this is just a tricky situation for me because, there's still a chance that maybe that perf card happens. When's that? June 7th here in Australia. But then you've got to look at it right now. I'm in lockdown. I'm coming off a broken hand, so I haven't wrestled, grappled for like however long it was, a few months. And then I maybe done 2 or 3 sessions of wrestling or grappling, and then these rules come in, so now I still can't. And then for me to jump into a camp 6 weeks with no wrestling, grappling, and even if I get 6 weeks, just to rush in to defend the title, I know it's just crazy, man. Just these this time we're in right now, it's just hard to really make a decision. Obviously, we want the money. We need the money as well. If we're going to be locked down for, I've hearing people say things like 6 months here in Australia, but I just don't know. We don't know. No one knows what's happening, so it's a tricky situation for everyone in the world right now. But what do we do?
Yeah, crazy times.
What do we do, Stan?
I think that what's going to happen as far as professional fighters, because they're not like NFL players or basketball players or baseball players. You saw yesterday with the Submission Underground, how Chael put on Submission Underground. Portland gave him like a mandate. They were like, we only want X amount of people in the room at one time. He was like, all right, bet. I'll fucking announce from down the block. I'll have my producer in a truck outside. I'll have one referee, 2 fighters and whatnot. I feel like that's what, if MMA wants to put on fights right now, that's what it's going to be for the time being. So it's almost going to be who wants to fight without a training camp, without sparring, like that's what I feel like it's going to be for a minute.
It's still even playing grounds because it's the same for everybody. Yeah. Like if me and Alex were going to go fight right now, like, you don't have anyone to train with. I don't have anyone to train with. Like, it's my house workouts versus your house workouts.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be like just almost like a throwback to like the old school UFCs in a sense where it's like, yo.
People training in the garages and shit.
Yeah. Like even this UFC that they were trying to put together for April 18th, they were just trying to do Usman versus Masvidal. They're trying to now talks of bringing Justin Gaethje in to fight Tony Ferguson if Khabib can't make it. That's what it's gonna be for the time being. If people want to fight, or if fans want fights, or if Dana wants to put on fights, that's what it's gonna be. It's not gonna be, I had a great camp. I had an 8, 10-week, 12-week camp. It's gonna be, I didn't spar. I'm just gonna make weight and fight this dude.
Yeah, but what if? Because you know how they have fight week and shit like that. Like, what if everyone like stayed in the arena? There's enough rooms in the arena and shit like that, and everyone got tested before they entered the arena. Then you're good. Right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's a little extreme, but I don't know.
I think that's what we're going to get into in the next. Obviously, they're saying 6 months in Australia. Here, they've given us the social distancing and shelter in place type of thing till April 30th. They expanded it to.
Oh, April 30th.
April 30th. Okay. So
well, we don't have exact dates or anything, but I'm just hearing like schools are going to be shut down for maybe 6 months and things like that, and there may be gyms. And we just don't know. Again, that could change tomorrow, but it's just no one really knows. And I know what you mean. Like with obviously a lot of people won't have camps, but then you're going to have people that probably will feel the need to sort of break rules to make sure they get the training, and they put pressure on themselves. Next minute they are training in a gym because they don't want to fight without a proper camp. And I don't know. I just don't want to put myself in that sort of situation. But in the same time, if this is going to stick around for a long time, then I guess we're going to have to fight eventually. So we just have to wait and see.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I know some stupid people or smart people, whatever you want to call them, that are leaving the shutters down and leaving the front like it's closed, and they have the back door open.
Yeah.
And they have full workouts. The whole gym's in there. Yeah. And basically the head coach, I'm not going to name his name. He's actually a world-class boxing coach. He was like, yo, we'll fuck up the coronavirus the same way we fuck up everybody else. And he said,
yeah, but
he's doing like temperature tests and whatnot. If you're sick, stay home, But he's an out there personality. But he's got people training right now as if, they're adjusting a little bit for this whole thing. But I get it.
Who?
I don't want to name his name. Yeah, I'm not going to throw him on the bus like that. And he's not the only one. I'm sure there's definitely other people that are still training.
Here on Long Island, you're talking about?
No, different state.
So wherever you found the information, it's
I got it from a direct source. Yeah, I'm not going to name names. But I'm saying.
Well, that's what I'm.
Yeah, people are still training.
I reckon you're right. I reckon there'll be more people than you think doing things like that. And not only are they obviously, if everyone does their part for this thing, we could probably smash this coronavirus. But it's going to be hard to get everyone to do their part. And then you've got things like that. So
instead of arguing like he's on PEDs, like, yo, he was training. He was in his gym training. This guy's cheating.
Yeah.
He was actually training.
Oh, that's the world we're living in right now.
Jesus.
Mate, crazy times, man. Crazy times. But at the end of the day, I always say we just need to adapt. Need to adapt to whatever's in front of us. And right now, this is what's in front of us. I'm still training. I'm actually doing some workouts with the wife every morning, and then I'm doing my strength and conditioning. So I'm still getting workouts, but obviously not the wrestling and grappling. But I know I can get fit. I know I'll get myself fit. You know, it's not hard to motivate myself for a fight. I will get fit enough. But at the same time, yeah, it's just tricky. I don't know. I guess I've got to talk to my team and see what they reckon as well. But just right now, everyone's just waiting things out.
I've heard people say it. UFC. I've heard you say it. I've heard Ryan the Flair say it. Like, you know how to fight.
Yeah.
Like, do you need sparring? Yeah. Absolutely. But the main thing is coming in shape. So if you
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
If you have that camp where you didn't spar too much, but you show up in insane shape.
As long as your mental's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. So that.
I like to pride myself on being sort of let's say, like a calculated fighter, even when I'm in the octagon and preparing for a fight and whatnot. So, you know, and to me, if I was to be like, stuff it, I'll fight, and then they drop a ban a month later, or you know what I mean, or you get what I mean. So I don't get a camp, but if I fought a month later, I would have had a proper camp. I'd rather wait that extra month or two where I know I can get a proper camp, you know, if you get what I mean. So it's just tricky. Right now, we just got no idea. The UFC haven't even come to me with this. Again, Perth was looking very likely. We haven't even had that proper conversation because of what's happening right now. Yeah. So that just shows you that no one really knows what's happening, especially each country is different. They've got all different rules. The UFC are trying to do what they can in America, finding a spot, trying to, you know what I mean, just doing what they can. And it's just a shitty situation that the world's in at the moment. But, again, we just need to adapt.
What do you think about Stan's idea that Dana's like, hey, Lorenzo, let me borrow your yacht. We're going to put a cage in there. We're going to ship it out to sea, and we're going to have fights out there.
Mate, hey, why not? Why not keep them all on the boat for 2 weeks after it? That's it.
Yeah.
Now, what was I saying? I've been actually on a boat. There was a cruise and there was a fight. I had a couple of mates fight in Thailand. So who was it that they used to Full Metal Dojo? Do you remember Full Metal Dojo, Dennis?
Negative.
Oh, John Nutt had a show over there, and it was on a boat, so on a cruise ship. So they went there and they went out and like fought on the boat, and it was actually pretty cool. Like it was, I don't know whether they were doing it so they could have.
Yeah. Hey? And then a little vacay after? It was on a cruise ship?
Well, I don't know. To be honest, I think the boat was still just docked in the harbour when they done it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know whether they done it so they could, I don't know, whether it was for the rules or the commissions, or I don't know. I don't even know why they done it. Or maybe just thought it was a cool idea. They had some rich guy that had a cruise ship and they thought they'll put an event there. It was pretty cool, though. It was all right.
Yeah,
so UFC can do it.
The way that, like, there have definitely been fights on boats before. I know they've had, like, boxing matches and stuff on, like, the USS Intrepid and whatnot. The same way they used to do the fights you fought on one, the fight for the troops.
Yeah.
It's a different type of card. And then look at what Chael did yesterday with Submission Underground. Same type of thing. If fighters want to fight. Like, if you don't have the coronavirus, you do want to practice safe hygiene and whatnot and not get sick, but you want to fight. That's how you guys make money. So I think
100%.
Something's going to happen with this. Like the UFC was going to do, from what I read today, they were going to take Tony and Khabib to Abu Dhabi. But then the travel started getting banned. And that's why Khabib is in Russia, because he tried to go to Abu Dhabi, and then they canceled the travel into Abu Dhabi. So that's why he just went home to Russia. And then the UFC was trying to figure out something, and then when they realized they weren't going to get Khabib back to the States, they were like, all right, maybe we'll do Justin Gaethje versus Tony, or figure out something else.
So this is failed fight number...
This is the 5th time.
Jesus.
The fight's cursed. The fight's cursed.
I think coronavirus comes so that fight didn't happen. That's what it seems. That's how bad this curse is, man. Like,
it's crazy.
It's crazy, man. Like, everyone wants to see it, and then everyone keeps saying if it doesn't happen, that's it. Don't ever try and do it again. But then everyone else is like, nah, we need to see it. It needs to happen. I really want to see that fight. I hope something happens. I hope they work it out.
Who do you got? When that fight actually happens, who do you got?
Man, it's hard to bet against Khabib, just because of that control and how tight he is with everything. But, man, if anyone's going to be able to be dangerous off his back and pull something off, take crazy risks to get the job done, it's going to be Tony. I really do believe that. He only needs, and he's the type of person who'll put himself in bad positions. So I believe that's why Khabib will be able to control him. But because he is willing to take them risks, put himself in bad positions, I think he could still pull something off as well. So he will be dangerous. Every time they end up on the feet, or every time there's a little scramble, you never know, because he's the type of person that will try absolutely anything. That's why we love watching him fight. But at the same time, I think, he will put himself, coming in too aggressive or try something crazy. Khabib just wrapping him up, squeezing him, strangling him type thing, and then sort of holding him down. And then if they do get back up again, something crazy. So I still think the whole time that we will be on the edge of our feet because we know what Tony's like. So I definitely want to see that fight.
Oh, yeah. Tony's a madman. From his training to his personality to how he fights. That's a fight where me and Menace differ. Menace is going Khabib. I think Tony actually pulls off that upset. Because it would be an upset because obviously Khabib's never been beaten, but it's a tough pick. It's tough to pick against Khabib.
Yeah, so like I said, Khabib wins. You clean out the 145 division. Does Khabib have a problem with you? I mean,
well, look,
do you step up to 155?
Mate, you know what I mean? I've been the type of person that I have been saying that I don't want to go chasing and calling out other divisions. Everyone seems to do it. Everyone seems to be doing that right now. They fight. They don't even defend. They want to move up and hold on to that belt that they got. Right. I don't want to be that guy. But if an opportunity was to come at me and they were to say, look, we want you to fight Khabib, mate, I'll take him 100%. No dramas. I'm not going to go chasing it. But and again, with my style, I think I'm very hard to hold down. I've got these little midget legs that are very hard to hold me down. It's very easy for me to get up, and I believe I do have tools to give Khabib real big problems. So, people can be offended by that, whatever. But I honestly believe that I could give him some big problems, and hopefully that eventually happens. I'll defend the belt if that opportunity comes. Obviously, it's a big payday, and I'll be honoured to be in the octagon on such a big fight like that with him anyway. So I'll be all for it. I'll say bring it on if it comes forward.
You know what it was? BJ Penn tried it. Remember, he was the 55-pound champion. He went up to 70, fought GSP, and he got his ass kicked. And then it was kind of squashed for a few years. Then they almost did Aldo versus Anthony Pettis. But then the fight I forget who got hurt. I think Pettis got hurt or Aldo got hurt. One of them got hurt. So then that fight fell out. Then they stumbled onto Conor McGregor. And McGregor went up from 40, didn't even defend the title, went up from 45 to 55, knocked out Aldo, then knocked out Alvarez, two of the best of all time. And then that started this whole, I want to be the champ, yeah. I want $20 million, $30 million payday to be the champ.
Yeah. Look, I get it. I understand it. And obviously, if there's a big payday, we'll all be keen for it. But I just don't want to be the type dodging the number one contenders, and trying to fight other guys. See, I was in a position where I put myself a number one contender. So, and Max, even though he did move up, he still went back to his division, defended. He fought regularly. He was still staying competitive all through the year. And you know what I mean. So he still defended, and while I was number one contender, he took me on. Quick turnaround at fight, and I respect that. And that's the type of champion I want to be too. I'll defend a few times if I can. Obviously, with this, it's slowing us down, but I want to fight regularly. And if a lightweight fight does come in the future, I'll take that, and I'll fight 145 straight after.
A funny Max story. Somebody pulled out against Max, and my manager was like, Dennis, text Dana this. Text him who was the last person to beat Max. So I was like, oh, and I'm all hyped up. I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah. Hey, Dana, who's the last person to beat Max? He's like, Connor. And I was like, fuck. I texted my manager. I'm like, Connor was the last person to beat. He's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Connor.
He goes, oh, shit, yeah, that's right. And I was like, God damn it. You fucked me, Doc. He's like, nah, it's part of your personality. It's funny. Dana won't think it's funny. So I was like, I mean, who was the second person to beat?
Well, that was even something. Alex, you're in an exclusive club. Obviously, Max is one of the best featherweights of all time. It's a very exclusive club with some VIPs. Yep. We got Dustin Poirier was the first one, and then Dustin Poirier beat him again. Conor McGregor, Alex Volkanovski, and your boy Dennis Bermudez.
Yeah, man.
Varsity.
See?
That's the varsity squad right there. Yeah. And then the thing, too, is like some people will say, like, oh, no, that fight was close. He won a split decision over Max. But if that was a 5-round fight, Max was done after that third round. Yeah. Like, have you ever watched that fight?
I haven't watched that fight. Sorry, I should have just ran with it and be like, yeah, watch it. But I haven't. I knew about it. I knew that Dennis won, but I haven't actually watched it. I've got to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
I should have. My coaches would have watched that fight, obviously in preps, because I let them do most of the.
Yeah.
When we're in prep, and I'll let them go and study the opponents and that. So I'm sure they would have watched it, but no, I haven't got a chance to watch it. But I will watch it 100%.
Yes, it was the
first. Because it might be a rematch. We've got to get as much information as we want.
He's pushing for.
That's the talks, yeah, rematch. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's what everyone's saying, and again, for the division right now, I think that's still the biggest fight. So that's how I was looking at it. I was like, for me building my profile, I think it's the biggest fight for the UFC, for the Australian fans. I think it's the biggest fight right now because we've got a lot of contenders that are, I believe, are maybe a fight away from being, number one, but they're all at the same sort of. Just one fight away, I think.
Yeah.
So I just
like Korean Zombie is like one fight away, right? I would say.
Yes.
Well, but there's
Brian Ortega.
But that's what it is. But to get your title shot, you need to beat a former champion or a former title contender. You know what I mean? That's what I feel.
Yeah. So if Korean Zombie beats Brian Ortega, he gets a title shot.
That fight needs to happen.
Who else? I'm trying to think right now.
Well, that's probably going to happen from what happened. Obviously, they had the little run in where was it? That was in Vegas, wasn't it? So they had the run in there, and Ortega slapped his boy. So that was I was actually there in front of where they were sitting, but I was out backstage with Izzy when Ortega slapped Jay Park. So I don't know. I reckon that fight definitely will happen though, because there's obviously a bit of hype around that now.
We got Max Holloway, probably be next in line. We got Brian Ortega, Zabit, Chan Sung Jong, Yair, Frankie Edgar, but Frankie Edgar's moving down.
Frankie Edgar moved. Aldo moved.
So we got Jeremy Stevens and Calvin Guitar about to fight, but they're still 1 or 2 fights away from that. Shane Burgos is on the come up, and that's the top 10. Like, other than that, Arnold Allen, Yodif Youssef, Ryan Hall. Dan Ige surging right now, so he's on a winning streak, so he might be 2 wins away from title contention, but they got to be big wins. Yeah.
In a big way too.
In a big way. So right now it's Max. Zabit just squeaked out a fight. I believe his last fight was Jeremy Stevens, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it was that Qatar dude, wasn't it?
Yeah, Calvin Qatar.
Oh, Calvin,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so Cater, sorry, yeah. Cater, what is it? But so that fight, and again with that fight, I just believe they're all one fight. Zabit's on a good streak. He just needs to fight a number 1 contender, or fight for a number 1 contender. But the same as Korean Zombie. Then there's still Ortega, who's ranked very high. Who surely he's a fight away as well. Then you got who beat Zombie. It's just there's a few people that are just right there, but. That's what I thought while I was injured. I thought if one of these guys fight, I literally think they jump the queue, and then everyone's talking about them getting that fight. And I started talking about that. I sort of made it public that I think that they're all one fight away. Go fight each other. I'm injured. I can't do nothing right now. When I'm ready to go, I'll see whoever's number 1 contender. I'll see is there. But that didn't happen. And then obviously Max's name kept getting brung up. And again, right now, I just think that probably is the fight to make. We just got to wait and see.
And justified, though, too. Max had a nice winning streak. And Aldo 100%. Was the champion for so long, and then he beat Aldo, then solidified it. But then Alex Volkanovski came in and was like, nah, hold my beer. I got this. I'm going to fuck Aldo up real quick. And even that.
Yeah, that's it. That was a big fight. That's why I needed that. That's why I really wanted that fight. So, I always want to put myself in a position where I don't care. A lot of people are going to, try and get all the hype, and then a lot of them get a title fight purely on hype. I put myself in a position where the UFC couldn't say no. I'll go out, take that number 1 contender in his hometown. Obviously on a winning streak, he took out 2 top contenders back to back. Aldo was so he was back on the winning column, and then I was just like, this is a fight that needs to happen. And I went over there, fought him over there, and I took him out. And then that again, it gave the UFC had no choice but to give me that title fight. So that's what I mean. That's why I think the guys in the division, the guys that are 1 fight away, don't hope you're going to get that spot. Go and take it.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yeah. Speaking of holding beers, do you do shoeys?
I have done my fair share of shoeys.
Oh yeah, Stan, you should definitely do a shoey and hit like.
I only got flip flops on.
Dude,
mate, you should see. Fuck? You should see when we go. We used to go festivals, and
are you going to get a shoe?
there
Don't
and then
get a shoe.
Yeah, I am.
Oh man.
Oh, he's getting one. Yeah.
Oh,
you know what
man.
you need to do?
He's trying to get me a shoe right now to do a shoey. What are you looking for? What's a shoe? What, you have a glass shoe?
Well, you actually got beers right there. Oh, it's nighttime over there, isn't it?
No, it's daytime. We're daytime drinking over here.
It's still daytime.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. He's giving me a glass shoe.
Oh, look at that.
Well, look, shoey for a
that's
pussy.
Not a real shoe.
Yeah,
I'll do it out of a real shoe for Alex Volkanovski.
I can't believe you didn't bring a real shoe.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty disappointed with that. But,
yeah, I'm really disappointed too, dude.
Menace,
you know what?
Menace
you know
wanna...
what? Hang on. You know what? You owe this man a shoey. We will have a video documentation of this, and we'll tag you in it on the Menace the Man page.
All right.
It's going to happen.
All right, 100%.
This week.
I'll do a shoey for the right person.
Yeah.
Alex Volkanovski
you know what
is
you
the right
need
person.
To do? This is what we used to do. Like back in the day, like people go to festivals and they'll be at a festival all day in these shoes with no socks. And you could imagine festival dancing, going nuts. And then we'd be doing shoeys like 6 hours deep in a festival while sweaty feet and shoes and then just...
Well, yeah, I think...
So that's what you got to do.
That's part of it.
To do a workout.
That's part of it, right? It's got to be a dirty shoe. It's got to be like a shoe.
I'll run him around the block, like a 1.6 miles, no socks on, and then he'll do the shoey.
And you don't need to worry. Remember, the alcohol will kill the germs. All good.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'm not catching coronavirus from a shoe. At least I think
that'd make you immune.
Yeah, that's how you build up your immune system. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But even Alex, one of the funniest things I've seen too, or one of my favorite things about you that I've seen, you spar Adesanya, right?
Oh yeah, we've had some sparring. Obviously, we don't go crazy. We're more technical sparring, but yeah, I've sparred, yeah, mate. I've sparred plenty of big guys. I've sparred heavyweights and everything, but yeah, I've sparred him a few times. I put a couple of photos up not longer. There's one where he's landing a jab clean on my face. That's I literally that's when you think you're out of range, but then he's got them long arms and just stuck one straight on the nose. But
well, yeah, he's huge.
Yeah, man, he is a big boy. So a lot of people think he's like small, and then they meet him, they're like, oh wow, he's a solid, and he's slowly, because now he's doing a lot of strength to conditioning, slowly starting to fill out a little bit as well. So he's actually a decent size middleweight. But it's one thing that a lot of people. Like, so I've sparred him, and it's funny when we spar afterwards. He's always like, because again, pressuring's one of the things that us shorter guys like to use, as you know. So, and that's what he says. He goes, sometimes I end up getting him on the back foot, and he's like, I'm pressuring him, and I'm controlling where he is, and then he'll be like, wait a second, I'm not letting this little fucking featherweight put me on the fucking back foot. So that's what he'll be saying, and then he'll be like, fuck that, and then he'll try and stand his ground, and then before he knows it, he's on the back foot again. And that's what he was saying. He's like, I don't know how he does it. He's just got a knack for it. He just knows how to put people on the back foot and control, and sort of, just things like that. And he goes, he's never really sparred with someone that's able to do that, especially someone so much smaller than him.
Yeah.
So that's something that, again, it's a tool that in my last few fights I didn't really have to use. But, again, a lot of people, I don't want to talk myself up, but a lot of people are like, oh, yeah,
you're the
this
champ.
guy's going to
You're the champ.
Yeah, exactly right.
They're
going to say this guy can do this, but mate, I believe I can go deep anyway. I've got a lot of ways that I can take a fight, and I'll be very comfortable no matter where it goes.
Oh, for sure,
my dude.
And you know what I love too about your fighting style? You're into the calf kicks.
Oh, they suck.
Yeah. Well, it's just Again, I've got short legs, so it's easier to hit the nail. So hitting the calves is pretty easy. But at the same time, I believe you can hit the calves, control them. Obviously, the calves, especially when they want to stay on their toes, it makes it hard. But not just that, it is a closer target, and especially with someone like Max Holloway, he does stand heavy on that front leg because he loves to manipulate that distance with his jab. So that was one reason why we had to do that. Even if it didn't hurt him, it was just going to break his rhythm. So that's how, we had. Obviously, I can't give away too much, but at the same time, you hear a lot of people like, oh yeah, all he has to do is adjust to them kicks, and then he's going to give Alex big problems. But then they don't realize that the main focus of my leg kicks was to break his rhythm. Yeah. So he's a volume puncher. And if he's going to start worrying about my leg kicks and adapting to that, he's doing my job for him. He's already broken his own rhythm, something that he's been so successful for so many years. And not just that, you know what I mean? His volume's going to be a lot less because he's trying to protect that leg. So you get what I mean? It's a tricky one. A lot of people look at it very shallow-minded. I guess that's the right word. They'd be like, oh, all he needs to do is check the kicks. Check the kicks. I'd love that. Again, that'll break his rhythm. That'll make work even easier for him.
Speaking of kicks, sorry, getting a little bit off rhythm or topic.
You threw him off rhythm talking about the low kicks.
Yeah. When was the last time Aldo threw one of those fucking Aldo kicks? I haven't seen it in like years.
He says, I remember hearing somewhere that he was taking, like, it was too much damage, even though he was landing these massive kicks, like his legs would be busted up. And like that's why he was saying, he's like, it was doing him just as much harm. Obviously through the fight, it would bust the guy's leg.
Right.
But after the fight, I think he would be like weeks and weeks without being able to use the leg. And it's funny because I know I've heard that, and now I believe it because a lot of my fights, I've been doing a lot of kicks, and don't get me wrong, it does build up. But at the end of the day, I've got a job to do. If I'm going to hurt my leg in that octagon, but if that's going to get the job done, I'll keep doing it till my career's over. So I don't care if it hurts afterwards. I'll worry about what's working in the fight. I'll do what needs to be done. And if my leg hurts afterwards, I'll deal with that afterwards.
Yeah, for those couple weeks that your shin hurts or your foot hurts, you just go, yeah, I won that fight, though.
Yeah, deal with it later.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I won that shit.
Fuck it. Oh, mate. It hurts too. Like, I can't, like, the next day, especially jumping on the plane, a lot of times.
I know you. Up, all the Dennis, salt. Oh, man.
Do you hold a lot of water? You would hold a lot of water too, wouldn't you?
Heck yeah.
Mate, and on airplanes, I don't know if this happens to you, but all that water just ends up going straight to my ankles.
Yeah, you can push your foot, and your indentation will stay there for 100%. 45 seconds. It's
on
crazy.
A plane.
Yeah, man.
A minute.
On a plane, you're saying?
No,
man.
just even like
after
when I get
swelling.
Off. Yeah.
And there'll be a proper dent, like a nice proper fingerprint that stays in your shin. So I get that as well. And then after my legs being like that, and then all the water going down there and all the bruising and all that goes down, mate, I can't even walk the next day.
For like 2 weeks, I won't be able to kick anything. Actually, like a month. Fuck.
I remember actually funny talking about the water. I remember because when I fought Aldo, I ended up getting cellulitis on my leg.
Oh, that's tough.
And that's when I was in Chile for like 5-6 days in a bed, bedridden. I had to leave my leg up. I had to leave it up so obviously the fluids can come down. And so while I was eating junk food after a fight, holding a lot of water, sitting on a chair, being a V, so my head was up and my legs were up. And because the lowest point was my hip area, all the water ended up sitting around my hips. So my legs, my hip flexors, all the water sat there. So you go there and I just look like a pear. I literally look like a pear, mate. It was a pear with legs. It was weird. It was actually, these are problems that we get when we
I know it.
Oh, here we go. You gonna skull the whole thing or what?
Yeah, I mean, I owe you at least even a bootleg shoey, so I'll hit you with it.
Take it down. Take it down.
You got to down it. You got to down it.
Which way should
one go?
Is this like what's that movie, Beer Fest, where I got to turn it at the end?
I don't know.
Cheers, Alex.
Where's the stand cam?
Cheers.
Why, you want to go stand cam?
Yep.
I'd rather keep it right here and let Alex see it.
Really, dude? Put that thing away.
Oh, here we go.
Holy shit. Dude, we got to get the show over eventually. Wow.
There it is.
That's for the featherweight champion. Alex Volkanovski.
Appreciate that.
He throws up. Man, I can't wait to see the shoey, the real one.
Man, though, I'm loving this episode, though. I got in my opinion, two of the best featherweights that ever lived. Dennis Bermudez, Alex Volkanovski.
Yeah, a couple of homies.
Here we go.
Varsity
Good
squad.
Stuff. Mate.
Yeah.
Bro, the varsity squad.
Crossbows, shoeys.
Yep.
We got it all happening here.
Yeah.
You got to live. That's the one thing with this coronavirus. You got to still enjoy your life as much as you can.
Exactly right. Adapt. Like I say, you got to adapt no matter what it is.
So, Alex, you're the man. Thank you for the time. Don't be a stranger. If you're free, we'd love to have you on. You can come on every episode if you want. Week. You're the champ.
Well, next time we have you on, I want a street fight.
Oh, he's
when
probably
you're younger. Yeah, I want to hear a street fight.
One of my street fights?
When next time we have you on, I want to hear about one of your street fights.
Okay, yeah, I've got a few of those that I could.
And if you want, you could start. You could start thinking about like a crazy one that never even happened. You can make it up. I don't care. You could lie to us.
No, I've got some pretty good ones that I didn't make up, so I wouldn't mind telling some stories.
Yeah.
And yeah,
sounds good.
We've been playing.
Hey, remember, we've got a lot of time on our hands, so if you want me on again, let me know.
You got it, big dog.
Oh, absolutely. And we've been playing phone tag with Adesanya's people, but let Adesanya know. I don't know how close you guys are, but slide into his DMs and let him know. Menace and the Man is where it's at.
He's got his phone number.
Of course, but...
Text him right now. Tell him the Menace wants him on the Menace and the Man show. And Stan will do a shoey for him.
As our boy would usually say, mine and his boy. Leave it with me.
Leave it with me. If that's what we need to do when we have Australians on the show is me take a shoey all day. Yep. I'll do it all day.
Mate, now that you've done shoeys and you got crossbows and whatnot, mate, I think...
We just need a boomerang, dude.
I'll send you one.
Ooh, we like that. We like that. All right, Alex. All right, then. You're the man. Thank you for the time. Take it easy, champ.
Thank you.
Peace, bro.
Have a good one.
You
Stay
too.
safe. Be careful with that bow.
Yeah, wash your hands.
Thanks, mate.
He's a good guy.
Oh, my God.
Stan, we got to hurry up with the show, man, because I got to go outside and shoot my crossbow.
Do you?
I'm losing light. Yeah.